people? How are we doing tonight? I hope you're well. Eden, Eddie, Eden, John, Jake the Owl will, that time will come, eventually come. The key is to stay in the league. Daniel has did this. The next stage is to become a stable, established club. And yep, I agree. We've got to try and do that. That's something we have to try and do. Help, Dannington. 10,000 likes and Jake Wall Street Path help girls like that. No end of the park nearby. No. I have a very good friend called Dapper 18 who did a tweet saying something similar, and he had the streak inside their ground. So yeah. So, hey, Danny, how you doing, mate? Let the Blades have their fun for now. If when they gain promotion, they will become the whipping boys of the Premier League. They were last season 8-0 defeat. All depends. It could change a little bit for them this time because they do have money going up this time. By the way, can you let me know how this sounds and how this looks? I am not using the normal setup, as you can tell. This has all been done on the PC. I thought I'd give the PC a bit of a test out. Yeah, it's like if they fail to game, they will become weaker and weaker. The thing is, they won't. I don't think they'll become weaker. I think they'll just become more determined. They'll do a Leeds. Ian and Barry, how you doing? How's everyone mental health checking doing? Are you a 1? Are you a 10? Let me know. I'm sitting around about a 6 or so, better than it had been. Brilliant. Thank you for that, David. Thank you for that, Danny. Thank you for that, Michael. A bit of a caveman coming on there. Little bit. There's lots of bits and pieces going on. It could change, yeah, but only a 7, not an 8. Fair enough. 8. Ian and Jay, I usually miss this. I'm usually on the way home from work when you do debrief. Oh, good to have you in, Sheckham. How are you doing, mate? Thank you for your message earlier, mate. Much appreciate it. It getting a little bit easy, but still feel a little bit numb. It's weird. But me and Sheckham were speaking earlier as well about the derby. Sheffield United fans are not happy that we're not rattled. Some of them are a little bit rattled by Wilder comments, and I get that bit. But at the same time, some of the stuff he said wasn't wrong. It's just the wrong time to say it all. That's the thing for me. I noticed the players seem to be off social media today thinking they are feeling the same as us. Yeah, I think it's more the club will have turned around and gone, keep quiet, don't do anything. Don't aggravate it. There's no point. It's not worth it. Sound quality and picture not quite as good enough. Yeah, I'm using a different camera. I'm not using the same camera. I want to try basically identical streams with similar gear and have it so if I go on that computer I can do something there. If I go on this computer I can do something there. I am wanting to change the camera situation if I can, so it's something that's in the works. It could be slightly zoomed in. Definitely better, mate. Looking good on the PC, but cheers, mate. Much appreciated. Same as last November. Yep. Definitely don't shout to the top of my voice when England missed the city. Yeah. Bye, Baron was poor yesterday. He was also at Bramwell Lane, but yesterday we may have played with 10 men. It was a non-existent. He did the vital running bits and trying to get into the game, but it takes a while. I'm not too bad, mate. How are you? I think in all, if you actually look at that game, if we're going to actually look at that game realistically, I think we did okay. I think we was enough to get all... it was enough for a draw. It was enough for a draw for me. I think we weren't good enough to win it, but I think the scoreline 1-0, it was a case that they took the chances. Only player who I thought was okay yesterday was Rio, Smith and Johnson. Fair enough. I mean, it looks and sound good to me. Cheers, David. I much appreciate that. The year ahead of us, I wish we could bring players like Callum O'Hare off the bench. Yeah, the thing is, we all wish we could do that, but I've said it for a while. I said it when we've been in the league with them before. They are better than us now. They are miles ahead. They have the better facilities. They had the infrastructure, which we don't have. We don't have the infrastructure. And the thing is, you look at the chances we had. We did have chances, and the data backed that up, but data can only go so much. Data is a good way for Danny to go and go, look, you can do this. This can happen. But The difference is they backed their data up by scoring. That's the difference. Can we not speak about the incident yesterday with Sheffield's United fan? And I'm not gonna touch on it where it getting done with the police. At the end of the day, it's all getting sorted. Both sides were bad at each other. I'm actually going to talk about that in a minute, actually. There's something I want to... I think Ubbo could have scored that. Probably could have got his drought done. If that's another keeper against Smith's header, it's in. Yeah, to be fair, let's give them credit. Cooper was an absolute steal at 3 million. And he saved them in that game. He really did. Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm like a parent. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Yeah, I get that. I get that. Yeah, let's go and actually look at what the clubs put out, because we got a statement out from the club and it's kind of interesting. We're going to get investigated again. I think both sets of teams are. So let's go have a look at the clubs. So let's have a look at the club statement. The club statement is saying this then. Sheffield Wednesday FC strongly condemned the unlawful crowd incident that occurred during Sunday derby against Sheffield United, involving both teams and visiting supporters. Another incident was reported, object thrown from stand during the match. Have zero tolerance to this. Not only the behaviour unacceptable, breach of the EFL ground, which is not good. We can't have that. We're going to get a fine. A robust investigation is currently underway. The club is working together with relevant authorities to identify those people. So there's going to be banning orders. It's going to be stadium bans. It's going to be interesting. Tiny Financial Support continues to tarnish good names of the reputation as Sheffield Wednesday. The result, the club is now subject to another FA investigation. We thank those fans for who have been able to do it. But it is what it is. It happens each time. And like I think there was a flare or something came into our end that we brought in and tried to. It was insane. It was dumb. It really was dumb. The thing is, I don't think there wasn't much in it. Give them money they spent. I didn't see them. I didn't see them as a better team. I saw them as a team that they had it together. If that makes sense, they had it together. They have a way of playing and they work. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to use that. And we don't use that at the minute. Like the biggest problem we've got is we make chances, we don't finish them. We don't finish them at all. And that's the problem. We had 3 gilt-edged chances yesterday and didn't put a single one of them in the back of the net. Hang on, I'm double audio. We didn't put a single one of them in the back of the net. And it was annoying. I fixed it now, DJ. I figured out what it was. So I'm using a new setup. But yeah, we didn't figure out what it was. And that was a big problem. It was a big problem. I think we score one of them, makes it interesting. But it is what it is. And I generally had the thing with that game. We could have played till 9 o'clock at night and we still probably wouldn't have scored. So what about the Sheffield United players who were winding up the north end? That's on the referee, Rachel. The referee's job is to tell him to tone it down. The ref's not done that. But that's nothing that happens in football. That does happen in football all the time. They wind players up. Players wind up fans. It's what happens in derby. I don't think we should be looking at that and going, well, what about this? What about this? Because at the end of the day, I think when you look at what's happened yesterday with all the crowd stuff, it needs to get a bit of a telling. Quality cost money, which we haven't got. True. That is very true. Quality does cost money, and it's very difficult to get it when you don't have it. To be fair, the ref would have been a bit better yesterday. Diaz should have been sent off for that kick on Gassama. We got that Neymar didn't go against with a cracking save. I got to give him credit. Cooper's a cracking pickup. Don't get me wrong, Cooper is an excellent pickup, and I'll be honest with you, you look at what they've done to pick him up, they've done well. They've generally done well to pick him up and get him playing how he has been. He's been someone that's been on James's list of someone he wants us to pick up for the longest time. But it is what it is. As an intro, I don't rate Wild at all. Anywhere other than Sheffield, he's garbage. Yeah, he seems to be only good at Sheffield United, and he's not liked by most fan bases and other managers. by the sounds of it. Every time I've seen a fan of another club who's done a watch along or done something of that nature, they hear what Wilder said at the end and they're going, what the fuck is wrong with him? Like, generally, what is wrong with him? And that is the issue. I think there's an arrogance that you can have, but the problem is you have to take it what it is. I was in Southdown where an away fan was thrown out. I feel worse today than yesterday. Is that bad head or is that just in general? We don't need to walk back how Cooper dominated, but a lot smaller, but anything. There's a difference though. Cooper been doing it in the league for the last 2 or 3 seasons now with Plymouth, and before that in League One. I would say League One a lot harder league, especially if you're a goalkeeper. You get more shots at you in really bad defending. And the other thing, he's theirs. Beadle's not ours. Beadle is one of those things where we have to be really careful. That's the thing. We have to be careful. And there'll be things that they'll be showing him to show him improve. But again, that's the reason he's out on loan. There's a reason why he's out on loan at Wednesday is to make these mistakes. Like the one for the goal, he should have a stronger palm. He had a limp wrist and don't save it. Only reason he's good at United as he played, he got into kind of the Southgate at England with players to carry him. True. Wilder is not a bad manager, but not a good human being. I think the thing is Wilder's very good at knowing what to say. I thought the thing where he's saying, "Oh, what you won" and all that kind of stuff, and without remembering, well, hang on a minute, it's his first season in charge. Lack of humility is set people again. That's the one. Wilder Khan, and he has no respect for any other managers or other clubs. He only cares about one guy and himself. Yeah, I get that. Ian, all right. And that, how are you? Wilder just performs at Sheffield United, completely twonk. Yep. Lack of humility is what's it? I read that. Thank for great. No, thank you for joining me. You watching me waste my time. I much appreciate it. I'm not wasting my time, but you know what I mean. I kind of like Sicko as well. He came by the Watford. The thing is, you look at where he's been, there's certain teams he can do well with. Lower teams, Wilder's done well with, and Sheffield United. But at the end of the day, as a whole, we did good things right for 10 minutes in both halves. And we do that every game. Every game we will have it where we'll do well for the first 10 minutes and then we'll just switch off. We'll switch off or we'll let teams get back into it. Because 15, 20 minutes, they were back into it. They were passing the ball. The press we had went. And I think there's a part of me that got that we need to really see us probably a little bit fitter and a little bit younger to keep that press going. We're all went down. Evening, Darren. How are you? Exactly my point. Cooper, blind builder, almost as good as Westwood, who also used to dominate the areas. That the Wednesday, but yeah, I agree. Did Wilder manage at Watford? So I think he was only there for a season and a bit, and he was crap. I think he was there for like he got appointment in January, and then he left at the end of the season. He won't get the last laugh, even though he goes up. He'll be sad because he's not good enough for United. He has never been. The thing for Wilder, you got to be careful. He got a contract till 2028. If they don't do well in the Prem with them having new owners, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Mate, the season is definitely 2 steps forward, 1 back, but that means it's 1 step forward into massive income repair. As long as we are improving again, next season we'll be on the right track. I agree. I think the thing is, there was a lot of stuff in my comment section going, this is crap, this is this. I think it was Justin. And it's like, oh, we've gone backwards under all and all this. Depending on what your definition, I don't know how you can go backward when we were in a relegation scrap last season. The difference is what were your expectations for the summer? That's what I always keep going back to. What was everyone's expectation? What were you expecting to happen? Now, I was looking at where we are right now, where I wanted us to be. I wanted a bit of stability. I wanted us to have a season where we just got to stay up, not have much drama, and go with the flow. Now, when they don't ever get to have a season without drama, that happens. that's just the Wednesday weight scene. We always have drama, and we'll probably have drama when it comes to the summer. There's probably going to be some sort of drama doing with Roll, and we're going to have to start it all over again. And I do think we can't keep having a season after season after season where it starts again. The good thing when we had the good thing about when we had Darren Moore, there was stability. All right, for the time, that's fine. The Wednesday tell for last night was full of blades. Yeah, it will have been. They'll have been jumping on it. To be fair, you probably shouldn't have done it the day afterwards and put it up as a live. I think that's probably a bit of a mistake there. But it is. Evening, Adam, how are you? Sheffield Wednesday Football Club is pretty much a soap opera, never-ending drama. Yep, agree. Hi, mate. Been a while. Gutted about the result. Feels like they haven't truly beat us yet. They managed to do the double through Masaba. Looked a different player, I think. He looked a bit better, didn't he? Looked like he's up for the fight and looked like he wants to get there, so it'll be interesting. Do Wednesday need rebuilding with you? Potentially. We got some good youngsters going in. We've got Bailey Cadamarchi, who's on loan at the minute at Lincoln. We got Charlie McNeil that we signed this season, one for the future. We got Otto Bio. There's a couple of youngsters who are decent, but we've just got to make sure we do it the right way, and that's the problem. We never looked in danger in the region, and flattered to deceive. I like to give Masaba another year or two. I think a year or two probably the right call for him. I generally do think a year or two probably the right thing. I think with Masaba, I think we were all expecting him to step up a little bit, and Gassama just done that. Gassama really had done that. Falls at car. Yeah, but the thing is though, Danny, with that one, they've got a new manager. Fusely went in there and was expecting to play, and the fact that he's not playing, Mark Hughes doesn't rate him for whatever reason, so he's not playing him. You've got to, I think Fusely is one of the ones where he'll look at that loan spell and think, what do I need to do next? And probably that's why they go on loan, to test them. Like your young lad will go on loan if he keeps up with the football he's doing, Danny. Like, loans are there to test them. It's how they come back from it. 38 people watching, 18 likes. Get those likes up, people. But as a whole, did we get outplayed? No. Did we get outclassed? No. Did it become another one of those things where it was bad defending and as late? Yes. And was it just, it's how we concede goals? Yes. And I think that's one of the things. Should be aiming every season to unleash 2 youth academy players into squad. I agree. I reckon that should be a requirement from every club, actually. I think that should be something that's in an unwritten rule, or a rule where you must have 2 academy players in your squad for the whole season. And you're going to pick those ones for the whole season who are going to be there. And CAD can't get a start. Yeah, but the thing is, CADs have been injured, Danny. Let's not talk about it not looking good and all the crap about having to go at players who are out on loan. CADs have been out injured. He's not fully fit yet. This is the whole point of loan. They're not meant to start week in, week out some of the times. Sometimes it's about seeing what they're like if they don't get a chance mentally. We have to sell Gassama whether we want to or not. That money will be the difference to the team move to next day where we are. Yeah, I think there's going to be an interesting case to see what happens with Gassama, to be fair. Gassama, I feel like if we can keep him, then great. But if the money comes in and it's good, you could build an entire team with the money you get for Gassama if you spend it well. Story of our season, bad defending, bad home form. Yep, definitely not outclassed. The Bullants have very little class. Kaz was scoring streak for them at one point and then got injured. Kaz was doing really well until his injury at Lincoln. Lincoln love him. They had a song for him, everything. Lincoln absolutely love him. But again, I think for Kaz coming back from injury, you've got to see how you come back from the injury. Maybe he's trying not to do as much. He's scared of re-injuring. When you have that first big-ish injury, it sometimes takes a while. But it'll be interesting to see what happened? We have done well. We'll have done Cad the world of good, getting out and playing adult football week in, week out. Injury affected, true. I hope, don't get me wrong, got pissed off with the result, but not mad about it. Thought we played okay. Just need some quality at the back, something from the bench. Ugbo not injured. Ugbo fit. I think the thing with Ugbo, I think they realise how mentally it's affected. It's more up there. And I think at the minute, Danny's taking him out the firing line to find out what the hell's going on. And I think it's just checking what's going on there. Cad's brother's already gotten a scholarship for the club. His brother's about as good as his big brother is, if not better. No, Ugbo's not injured. I think Ugbo's situation's more of a mental thing. And annoyingly, I don't want it to be that. I'd rather it be an injury, if that makes sense. But I think it's really hard. But should they be... What do we do? Shouldn't they be macking it up there to do it in the championship? Who do you mean? You mean the players out on loan? Do you mean the players out on loan? 8-minute hat trick the other day. I know, it was incredible. He's very good. I think Cad Dad played for United or what he did. Him and Josh Windas's dad both played for Bradford. Yeah. Again, though, mate, are they meant to go out there and smash it in for the loan team? Are they meant to be? Or are they meant to be just going out there and trying to see what adult football's like and how everything works? I think I get what you're saying, but the reason you send players out on loan is to let them experience a different culture, a different manager, a different way of playing, a different setup. I think, yeah, but there's a difference. Shea is going to play week in, week out when he's on loan from Southampton. You're not going to not play him. The difference is Lincoln are not the same as a Bailey Cadamartri. They're two completely different kind of levels. He was playing well up until he got injured. Till he got injured, he was playing. Fair enough, mate. I remember Rooney years ago, really bad form, but Fergie just kept playing him. Eventually came good again, but you're probably right. Gone on too long, folks. Yeah, it's a bit of a bad one. Went yesterday and looked like some went missing in my eyes. I think a couple did. I think a couple did go missing yesterday. And I think we have got a couple of players who have that ability in big games to go a bit missing. Harry Kane had a slow start about on loan, didn't become the player he was until 2022. True. Loans are just for experience and playing 30 games in first team. Next season is all about rebuilding the final team. Centre backs are crucial. Midfield needs refreshing. Up with Charles going back, and Pierce needs to be brought into playoffs. Bringing when playoffs is out of graph. Yeah, I think the moment we know playoffs are gone, I'd like to start Charles. I really would like to start Pierce Charles. I'd like to start Charlie McNeil. I'd like to play some of the younger ones and just see what happens. When Cadamartri comes back, I would just start him from kickoffs next season. By the end of the season, we could have a complete baller. To be fair, I think he got 8 goals this season so far, so he's done okay. He's done okay out on loan. That's not bad for League One. And I think last season he got 4 goals, so it's interesting. Look at Louis Bowles on absolute tearing at the top. He's injured, John. He got injured in training, and he's not been able to do it since. He's out for the season for Hull, and I think that's a blow. It's a big blow for the player. With Southampton coming down, do you think they will sell Charles to a Prem side, or do you think they might? There's a possibility they sell him to a Prem. I wouldn't be surprised if you got like a Man City saying we want him back. They do that sometimes. It all depends if you're going to build around him. If you build around him, you're fine. But it's interesting. I'm not sure. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure. Good shout, mate. A lot of players do now want that peak early fade even more quickly. True. Yep. Give some young to a chance if we're not getting past. I agree. True. Evening, Kabuda Fish. How you doing, mate? How are you? Hope you're well. But I think I think as a whole, I wanted a win. I wasn't expecting a win. I think I was expecting a draw because seeing how they do. At the end of the day, we move on. I'm not rattled by it. It's how it is. How it is. Phil would have been better off staying training with the 13. He isn't getting the Carlisle team, Alec, but they had a change in manager. When you change managers, it changes everything. Different managers have different people they want in. I think it was well known when Nathan Jones went to Charlton. He stopped playing all the loan players because he said he wanted to play their players. How old? I think Kaz's brother 14, 15, I think. But yeah, it would have been, in hindsight, you'd say if they don't sack the manager who was playing up until then, for whatever reason, he's just not seen as good enough in Mark Hughes' eyes yet. And that's something that happens, sadly. We really need to take a pause and look at the table and realise, well, we can do that now, actually. Well, let's have a look at the table in a minute, because I've got it up on here. So give me a minute and we'll bring the table up. I'll bring the table up and we'll see what happens. So we'll see it. We really need to take a pause and look at the table and realise this is a good season. Pato shit out of what we missed at Bramall Lane. We saw home. Yep. If it's like when Roll came in, stopped playing Gregory and Bayer players like exactly. 14th, get him in next. Freddie Adu. Right, let's go have a look at our championship table a minute. So give me a minute. Let me just mute my audio. 1, 2, 1, 2. There you go. You can hear me. So here's your table. Right? We are 12th place. 51 points. We've lost 3. We've won 2. Right? Last season, we're here. We're here fighting all season to try and get to about here, which we eventually did. Right? We played 38 games. Goals conceded is a bit of annoying. 59, not what you want to do. And 53-4. And ironically, you look at before the game, we was actually scored before the game. They were on the same amount of goals scored as well. Let's have a look. Oh, good. Don't rate Mark Hughes the coach. Nice one, mate. Good season when you look at standings. We never seem to play a striker in form. No, we don't. I will agree. I love our club, but we don't our crumble yet. True. Wasn't disappointed about the result yesterday. Would have liked the win, but our running is pretty good. Bet we can finish in years. Yep. 2 games off playoffs. Just saying. We are 2 games off playoffs, and it all depends. Now, if you look at games we got coming up next, have a look. Games you got coming up next. You've got Cardiff, Hull, Blackburn, Oxford, Stoke, Middlesbrough, Pompey, Watford. Very winnable games. But home game, home game, home game, home game. Our home form is a big problem. Like a big problem. Because we can't seem to get the home form going. We haven't been able to all season. If we could have played most of our games away, it would be fantastic. But you look at that and you think, that's not bad end to running. That's probably one of the easiest runnings. Ian and Chris, it's probably one of the easiest runnings. If you are play peace, come in peace, don't be a dick. That's all I ask. Every time I play party goes true, I'm gonna shock you all here. I think we'll win at least 1 more home game. That will shock me. If that happens, fantastic. I just don't see it. I personally don't see it. I'll be truthfully honest. I don't see it. Maybe Stoke. You win. Maybe Stoke. But we gotta fix that record at home. Because that's very unlike us to do what we did, if that makes sense. My name, not Wendy. It's Steve, thank you. A Blade, come in peace. Just wanted to wish you a lot for. Thank you, Chris. Much appreciated, mate. Good luck for the rest of the season, mate. I hope. Yeah, the part of me that hopes you go up half, part of me hopes that you don't, but I can't see you bottling it. I think if anyone's going to bottle it, it can be Leeds, and we can all agree we all hate league gum. But good luck for the rest of the season, mate. I'm going. Home form is. There is a part of me that does think we said on the podcast yesterday that is it because we go to other places and we can play the football we want to play. The football we want to play is passing football. We can't do that on our bobbly pitch. It's impossible to do. On our pitch, the way we've been playing football is just not viable. Let's be brutally honest. We cannot play that style of football. We like to, and we were doing so till it went to shit. When the weather went to shit, so did our pitch, and so did how we played. Two tight derby game could have gone either. Yeah, I think a lot of they could have gone either way. It was nice to have the derby back for a season. It was nice to have it, but I got this thing where unless something drastically goes wrong, I can't see us having it again. Our pitch is bad. Our pitch is bad because we train on it, mate. We train on it when our training pitch freezes. We have to train on the pitch, and it's just Chancery being Chancery. We need to find a better place. We always been good at home, crap away, but this season different. I agree. When this season finished, I hope they come back to bite him. It could do. We should beat Hull. We could have done with selling up at home like we did away. Probably is. I don't think fans will be a great counter attack at home. True. As soon as someone says let's make Hillsborough Fortress, that's a doomed at home yet. Home we scored 27, conceded 28. So it wouldn't take a lot to turn the result, no. West Dannington. Only reason we play Bootham, not O'Hare, because of the pitch, apparently. I get it. Congratulations, Geordie. How hungover are you still? Please tell me very, or are you still having a drink? Congratulations, mate. I think everyone in the football world can just go, we're happy that you won your first trophy in ages. It makes sense if at the end of the day, Chris, if Wild have gone, that's what he's seen as a tactic, then fair play. He's played a blinder there, but it's one of those ones. And I kind of, when Brewster was on, I think a lot of people said it's going to be in that goals. Nice one, congratulations. Always nice to beat the Irish. Thank you for beating Liverpool. Yep. Back post defending had been an issue every match. Defending back post all season. My dad didn't see us winning. My dad didn't see us winning a trophy. He was so happy. Oh, mate. You need to get rid of that left back. He has a turning circle like Eddie Delpart. Oh dear. Won't forgive them for claiming there was a crush in the cup finals. Liverpool. Happy for Newcastle United for more club to win a trophy. Jokes. Congratulations. Oh dear. So happy Newcastle won. My granddad's a Newcastle fan. Nice. We watched it when that goal went in. I was like, oh no, they're not gonna blow it, are they? And game of tight margins, mate. Tight margins. Probably could have been 0-0, 1-1 at a point. A point would have been a fair area for, but they can take their chances. We can't, mate. That's the difference. There's a team that take chances, and our story of our season, all season, if we can't take chances. Have a good one, Dannington. Defending in general. To be fair, you look at our defending, not many keepers have it that they've got a different defensive lineup in front of them all the way. Yeah, it was a bit silly. Yeah. It was a bit of a silly goal to concede. Wasn't great. Beadle got limp wrists. as I said to one of my mates. But I think for me, we want to win them. Both sets want to win it. It just they got that little bit of a edge and quality and knows how to finish. And that's the difference. They know how to finish in the right areas. It's what they've done all season. Beadle, he looked good end of last season. He's had a couple of mistakes, but he has saved us in a couple of games. I think the problem is 19-year-old weedy frame need to bulk a little bit. And I think Brighton, they definitely got a keeper that's going to be very, very good. I think more times out on loan, though, he's going to need next season. I think our build-up play and our attacking one is the best in the league. We just don't finish our chances. And we switch on too easily about not tracking players. True. In a difficult Wednesday, I thought that we gave a good one, but Cooper just quality. It's steal of the century, £2 million. Have Plymouth got any money if you go up, Chris? Do you know? Have they got any like sell-on fees, sell-ons if you go up, or incentives? Probably Fine Beadle. Fine Beadle is now looking to move on again, start fresh, although he has been good. Yeah, it makes sense. It would be good, decent. I think everyone was shocked that he went for that much because he's such a good keeper. Such a good keeper. If we don't go up, he will leave us. You reckon? I can see it. I could see him being like one of those Ramsdale doesn't go up, have to leave, then that kind of way of doing it. So it's one of those interesting ones. But at the end of the day, we have an international break. We get to try and have a break, see what happened, what England, think about how we're going to be. And Chris, thank you for coming in. You've been a pleasure to talk to, mate. It's nice to speak to a Blade. And so you're coming in with a platform. Much appreciate that. Sometimes people don't, and I appreciate that, buddy. Really do. But guys, I'm going to end it there. I'm going to go spend some time with my missus. I'm going to chill out for a bit. And yeah, we'll see what happens. You were really wanting Windass to go, weren't you, Caboodle Fish? With doing what you did. It sometimes feels like getting done now. Got mates on both sides. If anyone wants to know how to be, it's Chris. That is the way to do it. Chris, I applaud you for that, mate. And he's right. Got mates on both sides. So it's thing. That's how it should be. You got it where you take it too far. Have a look at yourself. But Chris, come in. Absolutely perfect. Brilliant. Much appreciate it, mate. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go and I'll speak to you guys later.